All right, so once again, good afternoon to all the administrators, doctors, and instructors from University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. By the way, I'm Miss Kai Amoyo, one of the Customer Success Officers from CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions. And here with me is our Business Solutions Officer, Miss Maisel Tepe. And our educational solutions in focus for today is Lecturio. So before we dive right in, allow me to provide our reminders this afternoon, such as our e-session etiquette. So let's listen attentively as much as we can, and please do turn off your microphone when not in use. But for any questions or clarifications po that you may have, feel free to raise up your Zoom hands or go to our Zoom chat box again for your questions or clarifications. Apologies in advance din po if ever we encounter intermittent connection due to their data fair use, location, and or bad weather. So in case we encounter these concerns in terms of intermittent connection, please stay in our Zoom po as we will rejoin as soon as we can. And later, we will be providing our end users training evaluation form before the session ends. So this is to hear your insights and feedback on how we can further improve our support and services for your institution. And once again, the session is being recorded. Once the copy is ready, we will send it to Miss Maisel for everyone's easy reference. And so at this point, please allow me to briefly introduce our company under a new name representing its growth. CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions, or SEALS, has renewed its passion and commitment to academic and professional excellence. So we started as a publishing trust in 1993 that grew into a robust portfolio of integrated educational solutions suited for 21st century learning. And carrying in its name, in the mission to be adaptive, SEALS has positioned itself at the forefront of the Philippine educational solutions industry. And at this point, we are very happy to be partnering with the university. And so, to help us create a dynamic and adaptable learning environment from this day forward, we have here on our Zoom session the Customer Success Manager from Lecturio, Miss Crystal Barrientos. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Crystal, and I've been with Lecturio for 6 months already. Previously, I'm handling human resources, but now I'm handling account management and client support. So for today, our goal is to provide you a basic walkthrough of the platform, Lecturio, as well as a short Q&A towards the end of the session. You can, as mentioned by Ms. Kai, type in your questions in the chat box and we'll go through them after the presentation. So let me go ahead and proceed with sharing my screen. Okay, thank you. All right. So for those of you who haven't had the chance to browse through the platform, just a brief context on what Lecturio offers. So we do provide learning material in the form of 4 essential elements, namely video courses, which is the backbone. So it's the primary way for the students to gain knowledge within the platform. Second, we have the quizzes, or it's also called recall questions. Third, we have concept pages. And the fourth would be the Q bank questions. So just to give you a short info about video courses, they're found in the video library. It includes recall questions and concept pages. Before we proceed to the quizzes itself, let me go ahead and show you the login page of Lecturio. So right now I'm using a student account because as professors, you also have an access to the student account. I would like to show you how it looks like first in the point of view of your students. Just two things to remember in the login page. You're not able to search for this page. You either have to click on the URL link on your email or copy paste the link. So it's much better to have it saved in your bookmarks. Sorry. So again, this is just a sample account. As you can see here on the left navigation pane, you will see the menu. In the middle part, we have here snippets of the features that we have for Lecturio. So as I initially discussed, we have the first essential element, which is the videos. And this is the video library. So you have these options. You can filter it further. So I'll keep it as this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and select anatomy. Okay. So here on the left side, you'll be able to see a quick summary of what this course is about. You'll see how many videos are there, how many hours are supposed to be allotted in watching the videos. We have different playlists. So as you can see, all of the playlists here are segregated or divided for sorry 2 minutes to 8 minutes. Some videos may up to more than 10 minutes, but roughly they are within 8 minutes average. In that way, they will be considered as short, concise videos. Easy to follow video lessons, of course. On the left side, you'll see here add to planner. Again, this is the student view. For professors or administrators, you'll be able to see here assign. I'll show you how it looks like in the professor's view or admin's view in a bit. For now, let's go ahead and click one video. So as you can see, the interface is very interactive. It's it's a typical video player. You have the play pause button, next, volume. We have here the minutes. You can make the video faster or slower for the playback speed. We have here subtitles, picture in picture, change the definition, go full screen mode. And on the right side, you'll be able to see here 3D model. So just to give you a heads up, not all videos include a 3D model. So it's just some video courses. So here on the bottom part of the video, you have a bookmark option. So just to show you how bookmark works, you can create your own bookmark and you can access it here. So it's like your personal uh, drawer in a sense, wherein you can put all the documents you'd like to be in one place, wherein you can go back to them at any time that you'd like. We have 3D model, which can be shown here on the right side. If you click on interact, you'll be able to do so. You can also open this in a new tab, so it'll be a full screen option. If you click on the transcript, you'll be able to see it here on the upper right portion also. If you click on a particular line, the video player will also jump to that timestamp. This is auto-translated, by the way. Next, we have objectives. So this is the learning objective for this particular video. Materials, this would be PDF. So once you click on this arrow button, it will be downloaded to your local drive. You can also print it. Notes, as the name imply, you can put any note. So this is just an example. Click on save. And it can also be accessed here. I'll show this to you later on. The last button we have is the report. If you've encountered rather any issues with this particular page of the video course, this is a way for you to reach support team. Okay. So let's pretend that the student was able to watch the video towards the end. We'll have this pop up. So what's this about? This is what we call quizzes, or the short recall questions. So it addresses the topic of the video that you have just watched. The purpose of this is to reinforce the knowledge that you have gained. And upon answering, these questions will be included into your spaced repetition question deck. I'll show you spaced repetition as well in a bit. But for now, let's go ahead and answer the pop-up quiz. Okay. Now here at the bottom, you will see 3 smileys. This is the measure of your confidence level. So let's say I'm 50-50 about my answer. Okay. In this case, my answer is correct, and it says that I have learned it within 2 days. So what's the purpose of the number of days? It's because Lecturio created a knowledge loop that depending on your answer, may it be correct or incorrect, and depending on the level of the confidence when the question was answered, it will be part of that knowledge loop. And this question will be repeated. It will pop up again at a later time. In that way, the students would be reminded or will be reinforced to remember this question and what the correct answer is. Let's proceed to the next question. All right. In this case, it says that my answer is wrong, and this is how it looks like. You need to retake this one. Okay. Let's just pretend that I have completed the questionnaire. This is a summary note. So this is optional. You can disable this so that for future videos that you'll be watching, this pop-up will no longer show. As soon as you close that, the playlist will automatically jump to the next video. But let's pause that first. Okay. So same thing, same interface. But one more thing I'd like to show you about the video page is the concept pages here at the bottom. So concept pages are text-based. They're very high yield. It's similar to Wikipedia articles. As you can see, there's an option for this to be added to the planner, to print it. There are bullets, images, sometimes there are charts depending on the topic. Here, it shows related videos. So there are cases wherein concept pages does not show any related videos, but if there are, then it will be found here. There's clinical relevance and of course references. On the top, we have here the Learn button. So as professors, if we assign a concept page to a student, in for the student to complete this assessment or this assignment, they have to click on the Learn button. So let's close the concept page. Sorry about that. So earlier I mentioned about spaced repetition. So again, the student will be asked to answer the question and gauge the level of his or her confidence. The question will be repeated after a certain amount of time. And we have what we call the mastery level. So let me show you spaced repetition. It's also found here. This is the mastery level. So spaced repetition, this is a button wherein the students can easily access all questions from multiple different topics. They'll be able to review their answers, correct or incorrect, and still have the option to gauge their confidence level. Here on the right side, the mastery level shows how many questions were answered correctly. If the student was able to answer 5 times or more, then it will be marked as learned and the question will slowly be removed from the question deck. Okay. So now let's proceed to the fourth essential element, which is the question bank. Let's select this one, for example. So we have here create a custom test, and you also have this option to prepare for your exam, which is under learning paths. We'll talk about learning paths in a while. But for now, let me show you how to create a customized question bank. So again, we're using a student account. So yes, students can create their own question bank. In that way, it would be like a reinforced individual learning. We have here the test mode. We have tutor and timer. Tutor mode means the answers to the questions will be shown immediately, and there are explanations as to why the question has that particular answer. So let's make it 5 questions only. The maximum questions allowed is 40. This is the default test title. So I'll leave it as is, but of course, as professors, you have the option to change this one. The students themselves can also change this if they're creating their own question bank. When you click Start Test, you'll be able to see that the question bank or the Q bank, the interface is similar to that of the USMLE. On the left, we have here the total number of questions. We have a question ID. You can go to the next page. We have here options on top. You can translate. We have here lab values. You can put notes. There's a calculator, and you can reverse color. Okay. So for the question, you're also able to highlight it if you want to. You can select an answer, and we have here submit answer and show explanation. We also have consult AI tutor. This is still in beta testing. So just to give you a short preview, it gives you a hint. So the AI gives you a hint, but it doesn't really tell you what the correct answer is. All right. So since we're under tutor mode, upon submitting the answer, it would immediately tell you if your answer is correct or not. And there is an explanation below why the correct answer is E. Also, an information on why options A, B, C, and D are incorrect. You'll be able to find related videos here and book references. In that way, the student can review this in the future. Okay, let's proceed to the second question. Again, same thing. Yeah, videos, book references, etc., and so on and so forth. Let's say we're done, and we're going to submit this Q bank. So this is the summary page. Okay, and we have here the start adaptive review. So adaptive review is a place where all questions that were answered wrongly, the system or the platform will create a customized playlist wherein video courses are generated, and the student can go to that adaptive review page and playlist to review all the questions that he or she answered incorrectly. Okay. Since in this case, we only have one question bank, when I click on adaptive review, it jumps to this video. And here on the right, it generated a playlist with 2 videos. So that means for the question bank or the test that I just answered, these 2 videos are the ones I need to review in order to make it right next time. So let's go back. Let's close the test results. And you're back to the question bank page. Now we have here learning paths. Okay. So learning paths is a different way to provide learning to your students. It's where all the 4 essential elements can be integrated. Let me show you how a sample learning path looks like. So we have here step 1 and step 2. As you can see, both can be accessed. Step 1 is a video, YouTube video link, while step 2 is an exam or a question bank. This other sample of a learning path, as you can see, is locked. So there is a way, or there is an option for professors to create a learning path with multiple blocks, but it prohibits the students to go to the next step until they're able to complete the first step. Yeah. If you'd like to learn more about how to create learning paths, we can schedule a different training session for that. So just to review, QBank or the question bank are more sophisticated questions, and most of them are clinical cases. They do not address specific videos. And the adaptive review again are auto-generated playlists based on incorrectly answered questions. You can review the content that you have not yet mastered all at once in a well-organized playlist. Next would be the study planner. So the study planner is the most important page for students. This is where they'll be able to see their personal tasks and assignments given by you, their professors. So here, if I click on personal tasks, there's none. Again, this is my student account, so I did not assign anything to myself. But if I check on the assignments tab, I can see that my professor gave me 2 assignments already. One assignment would be a video that I need to watch, and the other one is a question bank test. So here you'll see there is a due date assigned by the name of the professor who assigned this exam. How many questions are there for this test, and for a video, how many minutes are there for this particular video? You have here the percentage of completion. And here, this line below, it's actually a progress bar. So let's select this. So let's pretend that we'll try to complete this assignment. Okay. I paused it there almost towards the end. I just want to show you how the progress bar looks like. Here you go. It says I'm on 11%. This is the progress bar. Now for the question bank, if I click on this one, as you can see, this test is in shooter mode. So a professor can create an assignment and select whether it's on shooter mode or exam mode. So this is in shooter mode. So same thing as earlier. That's how it looks like. Okay, let's submit it. So as you can see, 1/5 answered, 0 correct. As before, there is this button for start adaptive review. There's an explanation that you can click here. It goes back to this page. If you close the test results, you can restart, review, or start adaptive review here. And as you can see, it shows completed because I already ended or clicked on the end test button. If you close this browser or page, it will be removed from the study planner because the filter is for active assignments only. If you click on all, you'll be able to see here that the question bank had been answered. It's 100% because I ended the test. I submitted it even though I only answered one question. Okay. Now, we have here study time needed per day. Since there are no tasks, it shows here a blank graph. If you click on what to do, you'll be able to see this balanced study coach. So as you can see, it says here that the balanced study coach recommends what tasks you need to do for the day in order to complete the assignments before or on the due date specified. So let me show you how another study planner looks like. This So for example, what I have here is a professor's access. So in comparison, we have here sorry. A student access would not have the administration and the help center. So for professors access, we have this administration option. Here on the dashboard of the professors or admins access, you'll be able to see the platform usage. So it's similar to the one for students, which are snippets of the features that the platform offers. We have here statistics, users and groups. So student A is one section that I created as an example. Student B is another section that I have created. If you go to users view, you'll be able to see the students or the admins as well per name. Assignments, you can create assignments here. So go to assignments, active, and then create assignments. When you click on create assignment, these are the options you have. You can select a content from the video library for the students to watch, or you can also assign them an exam or a QBank test. So let's say I'd like to assign a video course for the student to watch. Simply select on the course, the playlist, and the particular video. So in this case, I only want to assign one video, not the entire playlist, because this playlist would be almost 5 hours. So I just wanted to assign one particular video to my section A students, for example. So you have here the assign button. If you remember, for the student access, what they have is add to planner. The professors or admins view shows assign button. Okay, everything else is the same. So if you click on assign, you can select a particular section. So let's say student B. Student B consists of 4 students in this example. So in that way, if you have 30 students in your class, just send us the list. For example, nursing 1A. And there are 30 students under that section. Just simply send us the list and we'll be able to add it in the platform. So you can search it here and enter the particular section name. If there are irregular students, you can also add it there, or you can click on a section plus a name of a student. So section B has 30 students plus one more students. So this assignment will be sent to 31 students in total. So again, this is just an example. You can create a due date. You can select due date. Hello, start date. Immediately, it will be shown in the active assignment. Future or onwards is if, for example, you're planning to discuss this video on the 17th, but you'd like them to watch it beforehand. In that way, they are prepared when they enter the class. You can let them view this assignment on the 16th. At the bottom, this is immediately active. This is to notify the students about the assignments. So they will be receiving a notification in their email addresses once there is an assignment given. Let's save this. Click on close. If you go to administration and you check the active assignments, it will not be seen here. But if you click on future, it's here. Because again, the start date for this to be visible is January 16 onwards. This is also a way for you to delete this assignment, edit assignment, and so on. The library management, we can have a different training session for this. This is quite lengthy. But just to give you a brief information, course creator is like creating your own lesson plan for the entire semester, for example. If you click on, so you can create a course, and let's just say I have already created. So I clicked on this one, the sample, the demo. And here there are 3 videos. There are 5 quizzes. And there are 3 concept pages. Pati ako napaka-calculate ko. Kasi kailangan lang namin yung Miss Jen, ano lang, 20 pababa. Actually, ano na lang, 13. Yung pinaka-urgent na. And by such time, or up until such time na umukay to with our QBank management. Great. Sorry, it's really a bit slow. QBank management, as the name implies, this is where you can edit questions or the entire questionnaire. You can create your own question bank also. So this is the default question bank title. Let me rename it to sample. Earlier, what we did was tutor mode. So today, let's make it as an exam mode. Data, sure. If you click on filters, you'll be able to select which particular subject system you'd like to include in the questionnaire that you'd like to create. Thank you. So let's go with pharmacology. And let's say medium. You can see at the bottom, there are 58 questions available. It's been filtered now, so you can simply select which questions you'd like to add in the question bank. So these are the selected questions. Let's go to the next page. Okay, let's say I'm good with this questionnaire. You can proceed. Next. You can shuffle the order. You can delete. You can also drag. As you can see, single attempt is automatically turned on. In comparison, earlier, we have the restart test button for the question bank. But here, once this is submitted, the students will not be able to repeat or retake this question bank. Let's save this one. So here, if you click no, the question bank will be saved in your question bank management or test management page. But if you'd like to assign this immediately to your students, simply click yes, assign.
Compared sa yung working mate kasi kulang, walang leaves. Yung
Let's
yung
select.
sa grade day, masyadong
This is
kompleto.
just an example.
Ito, inoffer niyo
No fixed due date.
in 2 weeks, all in,
Start
lahat ng
immediately.
features. Tapos,
Notify
4,000 lang for less than
users.
20, tas
Click
yung
save.
it's 10.
Close.
Tas may approvers pa sila.
So it routes you back to the question bank management, test management.
Si Odi
And this is the one we created today, January 12, 2024.
Tas yung editable content, kung payslip, for example.
You can preview, copy, delete, assign to your students. So let's go back to the student profile. So this is the student profile. I'm going to my study planner. And here is the question bank we just assigned. QBank test sample, 6 questions. As you can see, it says 0%. So this is not tutor mode. This is exam mode. 1 attempt only. Once you click start, same thing, you can highlight. But as soon as you answer this one, there's no submit and show answer. It's just the button that says next. On top, we still have the same buttons available. It's these are always here. If you click next, as you can see, it doesn't show if my answer is right or wrong. It just proceeds to the second page.
1 to 4, 320, may back na ko yun.
So here is an example of a question with image. So some questions may include charts or tables as well. It really depends on the questions and the subjects. Okay, so this is the final question. I'm clicking end. By ending this test, the answers will be submitted. Incomplete questions are counted as omitted. You will not be able to resume the current attempt. All right. In comparison earlier, if you recall, once the tutor mode exam was submitted, it shows you the summary with a pie chart or a pie graph. But here, it only shows you this one. You wouldn't know the score that you got, but similar to the tutor mode, there is still an option for adaptive review. You can go to adaptive review by clicking on this link. Let's give it a try. Here you go. Start adaptive review. Okay. So again, it's been removed from the active state. If I click all, this is the questionnaire we just answered. 6 questions. QBank test sample. 100%.
Wala, 13 lang sila, ma'am. Next do, tsaka Alibaba.
Okay.
Ang mag-a-approve ako, hindi, wait lang.
So again, the study planner is the most important tool for students in the Lecturio platform.
Kayo sa app.
The Balanced Study Coach provides you a recommendation of what you have to complete for the day in order to reach the due date.
Ito talaga, si Jade kasi patapin. Ito kung ano yung nag-report ni Iza, doon nakadepende.
Okay. Here, as you can see, there's no assignments. That's why there's no recommendation here. But if there are multiple assignments here, it would recommend a list here on the right side of what the student needs to accomplish for that day, how many minutes should be allotted for that particular
4,000
video or exam.
48,000 plus one-time migration cost. Okay. Yung bag nila.
Learning paths again are different blocks wherein you can access the 4 elements from the same place. So just to summarize, Lecturio would like to provide content-specific subjects delivered in different ways. The video lessons or the playlist and the video page itself have quizzes or the short recall questions wherein there's a confidence level at the bottom. There's also concept pages at the bottom right side of the video page. Quizzes relates to videos. Again, this is the adaptive review. Once the quizzes are answered, we have adaptive reviews. It will be generated for that particular student specifically. Concept pages have videos as well, related videos. Now let's proceed to some other features that Lecturio platform offers. We have cheat sheets, bookmarks, notes, performance, patient notes, search bar, and book matcher. So let's go through them one at a time. So we have here the bookmarks. So earlier we created the bookmark, if you remember. So this is where you'll access it. If you click on this one, it routes you back to the video page wherein you click the bookmark button.
Muga pa din mo.
For the notes, remember we entered a note earlier. Here you go, 1:45 p.m. Note for today. You can edit this, print it, or you can go to lesson. So if you entered a note and you click on go to lesson, it routes you to that video player. For performance, it shows you how many minutes you've watched, how many questions you've answered, the percentage of wrong and right.
Kung nasaga pa niya si Joe. Okay. Opo.
Patient notes are if the students encountered real life patients, this is where they'll be able to input notes as well. The search bar and the book matcher can both be found on the top portion. So for search, just enter a keyword. Let's say brain. You'll be able to see here the video courses. This is the playlist or specific videos, quizzes, concept pages. So again, these are the playlists, all related to the keyword brain. If you'd like to see them as individual videos, This would be button for the quizzes. These are the questions related to the keyword brain. And these are the concept pages related to the keyword brain.
2.5 pa. Buti may 0.5 kila Jit.
Book Matcher is
Table ko muna to.
a special feature that we have. Simply select a book,
Thank you, Miss Nicole.
enter the page number, and click on search. It shows you what video lessons that Lecturio has in relation to this book of that particular page. If your book is not listed, just simply click on this link and answer the form. Okay. Account settings. Your account settings would be this gray human icon on the top right corner. Account settings. You can edit or add a photo, change date of birth, input your gender. These are all optional, of course. But the email name, we recommend that it remains the same. All right. So may I know if there are any questions or clarifications? Hello, Miss Kai?
Yes, thank you, Miss Crystal. And once again, to all the instructors, feel free to unmute yourselves or go to the chat box for any questions you may have for Lecturio.
Good good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Uh, yes, I would like to ask, is this this can be incorporated with the existing LMS of the university, no?
Yes.
Because the university already has the UStep, or it's a Moodle a platform. So to be able para hindi siya redundant.
Yes po.
Yeah, so pwede naman siya i-incorporate na within the platform. No? Yeah.
Yes po.
Thank you.
Ako po, I do have a question to all of you po na professors here today. Do you have any confusions on how to assign a quiz from the QBank section, or how to assign a video or the entire playlist, for example, to your students, or clear naman po so far?
Personally, I think it would be parang it would be much clearer if we get to do it ourselves na siguro. Maybe if there's a trial period or something. I was able to try this. I was able to have a trial period before. Just I'm just not sure if the new yung mga bagong are already incorporated, the new options ba yun. Pero I think it's going to need practice also on
Yes
our
po.
part. Yeah. So
with that in note, we actually have an email address that you can reach out. So this is the email address, btu-support team. Ilagay ko rin po siya sa chat box.
I would also like to ask, is this already available to our students, or this is just a presentation?
Usually po kasi, if I'm not mistaken, dapat po pagka merong ganitong training, we encourage na kasabay sa pag-navigate namin yung yung attendees. Although we know it's kind of hard kasi lalo na kung isa lang yung screen, mahirap sumabay sa Zoom screen share tapos meron kang website. I haven't spoken with Jan if nabigyan na po lahat ng access ang professors and students for the Lecturio platform. I asked RV if meron po kayong mobile app, and according to him, meron pong mobile app ang USTP, both for Android and Apple po. I think it's a bit easier to navigate using mobile phone, especially for the students. For professors, we encourage the desktop or the browser kasi it's more conducive as well. Mas madali rin mag assign tsaka mag-create ng mga exams or learning paths.
So, yun po. I think yung tanong is, is this available for access already, for use, for actual use?
Ayun nga po,
sa
hindi
trial?
hindi po ako sure kung nabigyan na po ng access lahat ni Jan.
Maybe sino ba
Si
makakasagot?
Miss Kai.
Mhm. I am still checking it with our product team, but we receive an information na na-process naman na po yung mga instructors account. But just to clarify, Miss Crystal, will they be receiving it via email?
Yes, they should receive like a login welcome email from Lecturio.
All right, thank you. So, dear instructors, you will be receiving an email directly from Lecturio for your username and password. So, there's no need to register po.
Sorry, let me share my screen again. Okay. So, pagka-login po ng mga admins and professors, ganito po yung makikita ninyong view. So, this is also like a student view or student access kung tutuusin. For you to go to your admin side, kiklik nyo lang po yung administration dito sa left navigation panel. So, ito na po yung administration side. Yung content view sa baba, ito po yung student view. If gusto nyo lang bumalik sa student view. Now, meron po tayong help center. Ito po'y very helpful. Just simply click get started. And there would be images, instructions on how to use the platform. So once you're able to log in na po, dear professors, just simply browse over this and you'll be able to really follow kasi step by step po siya. So here's sa assignments. Ayan, you can assign. Meron din tayo dito sa left navigation panel, content management. Ito po, may instructions din sa learning path for those interested pong gumawa. We have the question bank here, how to create, how to assign, how to check the results, and so on and so forth. We also have here data evaluation sa left.
Ma'am,
So, yeah.
would you also have a calendar view for this?
Sorry, calendar view?
Opo, a calendar view of the activities expected of the students per day, like for example.
It's not specifically a calendar po, but they have this study planner wherein, for example, as a professor, nag-assign po kayo ng video, tapos may due date po. So, gawin po natin ngayon. Mag-assign tayo ng yung hindi pa na-view, assign lang po natin.
IT works. Yes. Sige po mag-EA niya sa joy po. Hindi ko na sabihin kung kanina, dito na lang.
Ito po. So once the student goes po sa study planner,
Ay, ma'am, nakabulok na po. Joy.
ayan. Ito na po siya. Meron po siya dito sa baba.
Nandito po sa email address ng
Sorry.
project Gmail.
So, kapag marami na po kasi ditong naka-assign na active or ongoing, magkakaroon po dito ng graph. And dito po sa gilid, makikita po yung alam ko na. We didn't create pala a due date. So, mag-add lang po ako ng due date. Active assignments. So, I'm editing that particular assignment.
Kasi pinabigyan na ako yung pinabak. Kasi pinabigyan na ako yung iba. Kasi yung source nga ng ilaw ng mga device, nandun talaga sa ilaw, sinimba ako. Kung hindi daw po kasi sabi sa akin na hindi yung kuryente na galing po sa akin.
Here po. Edit ko lang siya. Fixed due date. Ang due date niya is on Wednesday. Save natin.
May butas na siguro sa mga
Let me refresh this one. Ayan. So, meron na po siyang data. And here po sa right side, may balanced study coach. So, ang recommendation ng platform is for the student to watch 3 minutes of this video. In that way, on or before January 17th, 11:59 p.m., matatapos niya yung task. So, it's not really like a calendar na merong blocks of dates. Pero ito po, may due date siya sa baba, may progress, and may recommendation sa kanan for the students to follow. In that way, hindi sila nagka-cram. Kung multiple professors yung mag-a-assign ng questions or videos to watch.
Ito po sa Melvin.
Sir Roy?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Was I able to...
Yes. I was able to, it's more of a, instead of a
block.
a block or calendar, it's a list of
activities.
activities with
Yes.
due dates.
Yes po. Ayan. Professors, were you able to check po your emails right now kung na-receive nyo na po yung email? Para po if not, I can coordinate and have it resent.
So, Miss Crystal, I received feedback po as a direct message that some instructors haven't received theirs yet. Yan.
I see.
Just like Miss Professor Jaigen, she hasn't received hers, as well as from Sir Roy. I think majority po haven't
Majority.
received.
Sige po. I'll coordinate with Jan and Orvi regarding this po after today's session then and have it sent by the end of the day.
Uh, will the students already have access also to their accounts?
Same thing po, I the plan is for them to have access na, but if they couldn't find it on their emails, we can resend them before the end of the day po.
Okay. And enrollment of students to the class, no, is
For the
done
um
uh
um
is done by us or by you?
kami na po gagawa nun, just simply send us an Excel file showing their names, email addresses, and what the section is po.
Yeah, we only have one section.
One section. Okay po.
We only have one section and like everyone teaches the same section. So
I
it's like a
see.
team. Parang siyang team
Mm-mm.
teaching din siya.
Mm-mm. Okay po.
Good afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon, dear
afternoon.
professors and Miss Crystal. Ma'am, yun kasing faculty and student list, na-email na namin siya kay Sir John Cervantes. That was November. And na-set up na rin niya. So
I
I think,
see.
yeah, that's November 13. So I think dapat na-receive na yon ng faculty and ng mga students po
Mm-mm.
by then.
Yes
Kasama
po.
doon is yung instructions po on how to log in or create their ano po, username and
Password.
password.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually checking the platform as well. I can see na meron nga pong 23 students, first year students, and 21 faculty and admin.
Yes, that's correct po. That's correct.
Mm-mm. So, let me check po.
Maybe we can resend po na lang yung
Yeah,
email.
sure,
So,
sure po.
yes po.
Um, yeah, I can see here some status na some are able to join and some hindi pa po nakakapag-sign in. So, I just resent the invitation. Please do check your spam emails din po. May possibility na ganun nangyari. Kasi sa akin po nung gumagawa rin ako ng sample student account, sa spam po na napunta yung invitation to join
Yeah.
Lecturio.
So I just got mine. Thank you.
Thank you po, Sir Rice.
So
Anything? Yes po.
yeah, I have another question po. So the students will the students be able to access videos that that we the instructors do not place in their on as a lesson, for
Assignment.
example, as an assignment?
Mhm. Yes po, they can also view different videos. The video library, pwede rin po nila yun i-access as a student. So let's just say napanood na nila and then
Mm-mm.
after a few days inassign siya.
Mm-mm.
It's a possibility na makakonsider na siya as completed
As
na agad.
completed.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yes po.
But they're going to have access to the videos, but they are not going to have access yung access limit nila to questions.
Lahat po ng available questions in the platform from Lecturio itself, they're able to access. But if you as professors create your own questionnaire and select different questions dun sa QBank list, yung parang tailored na questionnaire nyo po, hindi po nila yun ma-access unless you give them access to it by assigning it to them. And
Okay.
also, meron po kasi tayo dito test management. Sorry, hindi ko pa na-click yung share. So dito po sa QBank management, meron po tayong QBank visibility tsaka question visibility. So QBank visibility po, this is where you can select
Miss
particular.
Crystal,
Mm,
are you sharing your screen?
I'm
Can
trying
you?
to,
Thank
sorry,
you. Thank you.
sorry po. Ayan po.
Yeah, you can see.
Alright, sorry. So here po sa administration, QBank management, QBank visibility. So for example, here, RN practice questions. There are 37 questions here, pero naka-uncheck siya, which means this question bank cannot be found sa student access. So,
I'm sorry, how do we know yung check? Where do we find the check po?
ito po.
Yung visible for educators and visible for learners.
Yes po.
Okay.
Ayan. So, in this case, ano lang ba yung naka-check? Dalawa lang. So, dalawa lang yung question bank na pwedeng ma-view ng estudyante. So, this is the student view. If they go to question bank and they create their own sorry about that. Before they create their own pala. Here. So, dalawa lang yung nasa list. Let's say, dagdagan natin ng isa pa. Just for an example, Espanyol. Just para lang po may example tayo. And then you save it. You go back to the question bank access. Nawala
Refresh.
Sorry, oo nga. Hindi siya sumama. Ayaw niya.
Supposedly may
Yeah, dapat
once
tatlo
ma-check.
na siya.
So
Yes po.
that means as instructors, we are able to control what questions we can share with the students for as
Yes.
para informative questions lang.
Yes po. So this is the QBank itself. So parang library ng mga questions. Kung individual questions naman po yung gusto ninyong i-hide, dito po yun sa question visibility. So let's say this one. Select a subject. So histology, meron daw 31 questions. And then system, select mo lang. So ayan siya. Ito yung mga questions for histology. So naka-public siya since merong icon. If you click this, I checked it and restrict access. Here. Ayan po. Medyo maliit. Lakihan ko lang. Ayan. Naka-hide na siya. So meaning to say, kahit ma-access ni student yung question bank about histology, hindi niya na makikita tong question na to, tong may 36 years old man. So meron din po siya per question. Medyo tedious lang to kasi syempre multiple questions siya. So we're just making it public again. So ayan, nawala na yung cross sa kanya. So again, this is per question. So ayan, may specific kang pwedeng i-select po. Dito po yun again sa question visibility.
The numbers on the side of the subjects po are the number of questions available
Yes.
ready-made.
Yes, that's correct. Apo.
Ma'am, may question din po si Dr. Rowa. She's asking about the references that Lecturio is using. Do they indicate in the lessons kung saan yung mga references nila?
Ang references po na clearly stated, yung mga nasa concept pages po. So, sa concept pages, sorry, punta tayo sa sample concept page. Dito po sa baba, meron po tayong references.
Okay. So, it's going to differ depending on the topic.
Yes po. All right. Are there any other questions po? Ms. Kai suggested that
One more na lang po, one more.
Sige.
For example, do you have videos or tutorials? For example, if you mentioned earlier my support that we can email. Pero how about
Yes.
specific videos na tutorial for an instructor who wants to do something?
Here po sa help center, if I'm not mistaken, it's mostly images with clickable links to further your
Mhm.
search. Pero meron din po kaming a YouTube page. It's for promotional purposes, but there are some how-tos as well sa YouTube po.
Thank you. Thank
Sige
you,
po.
ma'am.
Yes, Miss Kai, I think we're good to go na po. Miss
All
Kai?
right, so thank you, Miss Crystal and dear instructors. Allow me to share my screen briefly. So, for the information of our instructors for today, in the interest of time po kasi we were not able to share with you the other subscribed digital solutions of the USTP. So, uh, started at 1:30, we only have Lecturio Medicine, but later on po, we have the other five subscribe digital solutions aside from Lecturio. That's why we created the USTP microsite for you po so that you could easily access all the consolidated training materials, guides, and tutorials. So for the request po ng tutorial for per Lego, we will be coordinating it po with Miss Crystal and her team so that we could consolidate everything for you. Okay? And in the same way, if ever you encounter any technical concerns from any of your subscribed platforms, allow me to share with you our support channels. So for a while lang po. So there. So to all the instructors and students po, you may reach us out through our technical concern forms or through our Facebook Messenger at CAP Seals or Seals Assistance for Professors and Students. Okay? So I guess we could start na po yung ating session this time for the students. So feel free po to stay, dear instructors, if you wish to be oriented as well with the other five subscribed solutions together with the Lecturio Medicine. Okay, so for a while po, let me just admit the other subscribe or the other participants. Okay, so time check, it's 2:51. Maybe we can take a 4 minute or a 9 minute break rather. So at 3 o'clock po, let's start the orientation for Lecturio Medicine, for Ovid Clinical Edge with 5-minute consult, AccessMedicine in Acland from McGraw-Hill Education and Bates by 3 p.m. So again, feel free po to take a break. Let's resume at 3 p.m. po. Thank you so much, dear instructors, and to all the students already present here on our Zoom, please stay lang po. Okay. Thank you, Miss Crystal, and see you later at 3 o'clock po for the students.
Thank you, Miss Kai.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, to all the instructors and students from University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. So, checking with you po if you could see my screen now. May I request for a virtual thumbs up if the PowerPoint is already visible on your end? All right, so thank you. So, on behalf of CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions, together with our Business Solutions Officer, Ms. Maisel Sepe, welcome to our End Users Training for University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. So, just a few reminders for as we go along for this session this afternoon. Let's, of course, observe our e-session etiquettes by listening attentively as much as we can. And for the students who just came in, please do turn off your microphone when not in use, but feel free to raise up your Zoom hands or go to our Zoom chat box for your questions and clarifications. And apologies in advance if ever we encounter intermittent connection due to the following reasons, such as data fair use, location, bad weather, and or interference. And of course, please do not forget to fill out our end users training evaluation form before the session ends. So this is our way of asking for your feedback and insights on how we can further improve our support and services for the students and instructors of the university. And of course, again, the session is being recorded. So as soon as the copy is ready, we'll send it back to Miss Maisel for your easy reference. And so just to give you a brief background of who we are, once again, we are the C&E Adaptive Learning Solutions or SEALs. So we have renewed our passion and commitment to academic and professional excellence. So we started as a publishing trust established in 1993, and we grew into a robust portfolio of integrated educational solutions suited for 21st century learning. And carrying in its name the mission to be adaptive, we have positioned ourselves at the forefront of the Philippine educational solutions industry. So it has continuously offered products, solutions, and services that inspire innovation in education. And in relation to that, these are the USTP subscribed digital solutions. So we will start first with Lecturio, followed by the Ovid Clinical Edge with 5-minute consult. And from Walter's Kluwer, we have the Acland Anatomy, followed by the McGraw-Hill Education's Access Medicine. And last but not the least is your Bates Visual Guide to Physical Examination. So you may expect a platform navigation from our team so that you get to see how to access its benefits for the instructors and students like you, plus the USTP microsite for users that we have prepared for you. So basically, your USTP microsite is your access to all the consolidated training materials, training videos of all your subscribed digital solutions. And last but not the least, after our USTP microsite for users is our customer success program so that you would know where to go if in case you encounter any technical concerns or any questions along the way as you utilize all your nursing and medical research databases. All right. And so without further ado, let's start with our first platform this afternoon. So please join me in welcoming the Customer Success Program Manager from Lecturio, Miss Crystal Parientos. A virtual round of applause, please.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for joining today. So let me go ahead and start immediately by sharing my screen. All right. So, for those of you who haven't signed in with the Lecturio platform yet, I have resent the invitation. Please do check your spam folders as well, even your junk emails too. Please go ahead and double check, and you'll be able to find there the link and create your own password for Lecturio. For those of you who have the opportunity to browse over the platform already, just to give you a brief background, Lecturio offers learning materials in four essential elements. We have here the video courses or lessons, we have quizzes, concept pages, and the Q bank or the question bank. So for the login page, if you're able to create your password already, so this is how the homepage looks like. Please take note that you will not be able to search for this page. You have to click the link from your email address or copy paste the URL. You can also bookmark the page so you won't be able to miss it. If you have the mobile app, it would be much easier, of course, to log in anytime. So this is a sample student platform that I have created. Upon logging in on the left side, dear students, you'll be able to see your navigation panel. And the middle part, you'll be able to see snippets of the features that Lecturio offers: study planner, videos, etc. As for the four important elements, let's begin with the videos. We have here a video library. You can further select it. Upon selecting a particular video library, you'll be able to see a preview on the left side. On the middle, you'll be able to see a playlist, or in this case, the video, individual videos already. As soon as you enter the video page, as you can see, the video player is very similar to the usual players that we have. Play pause button, next, a volume, playback speed, subtitles, picture in picture, settings, full screen mode. At the bottom, you have here an add to planner option. So just to show you how this works, if you'd like to set a date or a due date for you as an individual learner, let's say I want to know about acute coronary syndrome by the end of next week. I'll save this one. And as you can see, it says here that it's been added to my study planner. So I'll show you the study planner in a while. But for now, let's focus on the other aspects of the video page. We have here bookmark button. So you can bookmark this video and it will be saved and found on this tab. Same goes for the notes button. You can add your note and you can find it here in this tab. We have an auto translate transcript here in English and other languages. If you click on a particular line, the video will jump to that timestamp. Next, we have objectives. What are the things or the goals of this video? Materials will be a downloadable PDF, which you can print or save in your local drive. And we have the report button. This is a way for you to contact us as well. On the right, you'll see here the playlist, and we have here a quiz. Once you're done with watching the video, this particular quiz will actually auto-pop. The questions or the short recall questions, as you can see, is just 1 to 2 sentences. It's multiple choice, and at the bottom, you have the option to gauge your confidence level. Let's say my answer is this one, and I'm less than 50% sure that my answer is right. So as you can see, it says here at the bottom that my answer is indeed wrong. Let's go to the next question, and let's say I'm 50-50. It says it's still wrong, and so on and so forth. So what's the purpose of this one? The reason why we have this recall questions and a gauge for your confidence level is for what we call the spaced repetition. So spaced repetition is when you answer a question, regardless if it is correct or not, and the level of your confidence, it all goes to a particular knowledge loop. It's an algorithm. That means the question will be asked again by the platform within a certain period of time. In that way, it will reinforce your learning. It will keep reminding you what the correct answer is for that particular question. There is a mastery level for this particular space repetition. It's how often you answered that particular question correctly. And if you're able to answer it 5 times or more correctly, it will slowly be removed from the question deck because the platform's algorithm will mark it as something you have already learned. Okay. Upon exiting the quiz, the summary note will pop up. You can disable this so it won't show or pop up again for the other videos that you will be watching. So this is again just a note similar to the one you can find here. The last feature that we have in the video page would be concept pages. So what are concept pages? These are high yield text-based articles. It's similar to Wikipedia if you're familiar with Wikipedia. You can add this to your planner or print it. It includes images, bullet points. You'll be able to find related videos for this concept page. There you go. At the bottom, there are clinical relevance and references. If this concept page is given to you as an assignment, aside from reading everything, you have to click this box or button on the upper right corner. Click Learned before you close the concept page. So it's like a tracker that you're able to go through reading that particular concept page already.
Yes. Dito pala ako sa video. Wala na.
Okay.
Bigyan ka naman dito sa Ovid. Dito pala ako sa video. How long is your travel time?
All right. The last essential feature that we have would be the question bank. These are more sophisticated questions, usually in clinical cases format. They do not address specific videos. And after answering the question bank, we have what we call an adaptive review. So let me show you. Let's go to the homepage first. So this is the question bank. But before we proceed and take a look what a question bank looks like, let me introduce you first to what we call the study planner. So this is the most important page for students. This is where you will see all of the assignments your professors has given you and personal tasks that you assign to yourself. For example, this one, if you remember, we click on assigned, and I would like to learn this before the end of next week. So this is where I'll find it. Personal tasks. Under assignments, these are the ones assigned by your professors. You'll be able to see here the type of the assignment, the due date, assigned by the professor's name. This is a question, so question bank rather, or Q bank test. So there are 5 questions within. For this playlist, it's color red because it's outside the due date. This video, this is a playlist and this is a video. There's no due date here, but as you can see, the progress shows 0%. Okay, the bar below, it's also a progress bar. As you can see, this is 1%. That's why there's a little green bar here. So just some information about this page. If you notice, we have a graph above. So this is what a study planner looks like. If, for example, you don't see here the Balanced Study Coach, just simply click what to do. And the Balanced Study Coach will recommend the tasks you have to accomplish for the day so that you'll be able to meet the deadline. Right here on the assignments, there's only one deadline, January 26th. And these are the 2 things I need to do today so that I will meet my deadline. Okay. So let's go back to the Q bank or the question bank by selecting this one. Okay. This Q bank test given by my professor is in tutor mode. The test can be paused, you can resume it, and once you start the question or the Q bank test question, as you can see, the interface is similar to USMLE. We have here the total number of questions. The question again is more on the clinical case concept. You can highlight. Other buttons we have here on top are auto translate, lab values. You can add notes. You have a calculator. You can reverse the color. And upon answering, you have the option to submit and immediately know if your answer is wrong or right. In this case, it's wrong. And we have here the information, why letter C is correct and why option A, B, D, and E are wrong. You have related videos, so you can review. There are also book references. If you proceed to the next one, same thing goes. Just simply select your answer, and once you submit, it would show you an explanation, and so on and so forth. So let's pretend that I have answered all 5 questions and end the test. Once you click end, you will not be able to resume the test. But if you click pause, you can answer it at a later time, before the due date, of course. So let's just pretend I have completed and end the test. You'll be able to review the explanations here. You know what your answers are. 0, incorrect. We have here adaptive review. If you click on adaptive review, the website or the platform will show you a playlist, recommended playlist for you to watch. In this case, there are 2 videos that the platform recommends me to review in order to know the correct answer for the questions I answered incorrectly. So again, adaptive review is an auto-generated playlist based on incorrectly answered QBank questions. You can review the content that you have not yet mastered in a well-organized playlist. The learning paths are built in different blocks where you can access the 4 elements from the same place. This is an example of a learning path. We have here ambulatory care. So as you can see, this is how a learning path looks like. There are blocks, block 1, block 2, etc., etc. Blocks can include videos, quizzes, and QBank questions. Okay. Let's go back to the home page. Let's talk about other features that Lecturio has. So cheat sheets, these are mostly used by nursing students. It's a one-page file wherein you can download it and have it printed as your cheat sheet, to be exact. We have bookmarks, notes, performance, patient notes. Well, patient notes, this can be used if you'll be encountering live patients. So as the name implies, this is where you'll be inputting your notes. Bookmarks. This is a video that I have bookmarked. So if you click on that, it would show you all the videos you have bookmarked. So let's select this one. So it routes you to that particular video. So as you can see, I bookmarked this. If I remove this from my bookmarks, there you go. It's unselected. Therefore, if I go back to the bookmarks page, it's no longer here. Same goes for the notes. If you go to the notes page, you'll be able to see all the notes here. You can print all your notes. You can edit. You can print one at a time. Or you can go back to that particular lesson where you entered the note. So in this case, this is the video course. If I click on notes, there you go. 6 months ago, I entered this is a note. If I save this one, all right, there are 2 notes already for this video. And again, if I go back to the notes page, there are 2 notes already here. This is the note that I entered. Again, you can edit this, print, or click go to lesson to route you to where you entered that note. Performance is more on the statistics. It shows you how many minutes you've watched, how many questions you've answered, and the percentage of wrong and right answers. Next, we have the search bar and the book matcher. So let's go to the home page. The search bar can be found here on top. Same goes with the book matcher. So for search bar, just simply type in a keyword, let's say brain, and you'll be able to see everything the Lecturio platform correlates to that keyword. For courses or playlists, these are the ones related to the keyword brain. Lessons means individual videos. Quizzes, these are the questions related to the keyword brain. And concept pages. So that's one way to search for something within the platform. Book matcher is, as the name implies, type or search for a particular book, enter the page number, and click search. The platform will recommend videos related to this page of this book. If your book is not listed, simply click on this link and fill out the form. Next, we have account settings. It would be this human icon on the top right corner. Proceed to account settings. You can add your photo, gender, date of birth, etc. Thank you so much for listening. Do you have any questions for me before we wrap things up? Let me check the chat box. Well, there's no question in the chat box. Miss Kai?
Okay. Thank you, Miss Crystal. Just a question I received as a direct message. How can the students access their own accounts po?
Similar to the welcome email for the professors, they should be receiving the email already. When I resent the invitation earlier to the professors, it does include the students' accesses as well. So they can double check their inbox and spam folders today. Pag wala pa rin po, please let me know. I can resend it one more time.
Okay, thank you, Miss Crystal. And we have a message here. I don't have my link.
All right, no problem. I'll go ahead and resend. Before I proceed to resend, please take note of this email address. This is our support team. Simply email us if you have questions or technical issues, and we'll be able to respond to you as soon as we can. Let me just remove my screen share. Okay. I'll try to resend the link before 3:30. Are there multiple students who encounters the same, or ikaw lang po, Deiris? Anyone else po who doesn't have the link? I'm assuming si Deiris lang. Sige po, wait lang. Miss Kai, you can proceed po with the next part of the meeting.
All right. So thank you very much, Miss Crystal, for sharing with us a detailed information about Lecturio. So at this point in time, dear students, I'm sharing my screen for the USTP registered IP addresses that you may be needing as you access the next platform, because the difference with Lecturio, the accounts are provided to you, but with our next digital solutions, you may be needing to access via IP addresses. So you may take a photo or take a screenshot of this slide for your easy reference. Okay, and so at this point, let's have Miss Daniel Galot to share with us the Ovid Clinical Edge with 5-minute consult. Hi, Miss Daniel. You may take it away.
And good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Miss Dila. I'll be the one to facilitate our short discussion session regarding your access to Ovid Clinical Edge and the 5-minute consult. But first, let me show a short overview clip as to what Ovid Clinical Edge has to offer. Kindly react a thumbs up if you can hear the sound on the video once I hit play.
Welcome to Ovid, a single solution for all of your clinical research needs. For over 20 years, Ovid has been the key resource for all stages of learning, research, and practice. Ovid helps librarians, clinicians, researchers, students, instructors, and other healthcare professionals find the information they need to make critical decisions that improve patient care, enhance ongoing research, and fuel new discoveries. Ovid provides high-quality content that is fully integrated with best-in-class technology tools designed to speed workflow and maximize productivity. With book, journal, and database content from the world's leading publishers, Ovid offers a single online destination for seamlessly accessing all of your full text and bibliographic resources. Plus, Ovid provides full implementation, customization, and maintenance support throughout from Ovid's award-winning support team. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and in over 20 languages, help is only a phone call away. Every day, the world's leading medical, academic, and corporate institutions rely on Ovid for the most current evidence-based content and data to inform research decisions that help to reduce variability in care and drive healthcare innovation. Browse ovid.com to see everything we have to offer.
There you go. So that's our short clip as to what Ovid Clinical Edge is, and to discuss further what the platform has to offer. Of course, it's one of our leading research tool designed for our physician and medical staff, as well as, of course, our medical students to help you and supplement you with ready materials uploaded and prepared by Walters Kluwer. There. So it's made available inside the website once you have your institutional access, or through accessing the platform with the registered IP address as shown earlier. You get to enjoy and browse whatever resources available inside the platform. There. And so with that being said, let me just stop sharing my screen for a while so we can provide you with a short live demonstration as to what the platform has to offer. There. So sharing my screen once again. So of course, all you need to do is go to this website to be able to access your clinical Ovid Clinical Edge subscription. So once again, I would like to remind everyone to access it through the registered IP addresses, so you get to experience every titles and research materials available inside the platform. There. So you can access the platform through your mobile phone's browser or through your browser while you're using a laptop or computer inside the school, especially if, of course, it's connected to the registered IP addresses. And so to start with how we're going to maximize your access with the platform, as you might have noticed, this is our initial dashboard, of which you can immediately look for materials inside the search tool. So all you need to do is type in any keyword that might be related to what you're currently after. So for example, we would like to look for home care. And immediately you'll be given what we call this, quick results that would allow you to specify what you might be looking for. So once we click search, it would give us a list of materials that we can browse. As you might have noticed, we have the following filters on the left side that would allow you to specify what type or what do I call this? What topic from the vague keyword you have typed in you are looking for. So as you might have noticed, once again, I would like to give a disclaimer, since I'll be using a demonstration account, you might not have the same results on your end. But as you might have noticed, we have the filters here on the left side, and you'll be able to identify how many available articles, journals, books, and other resources are available for you to browse. So for example, we're after a specific article like this one, you'll be able to immediately check the title, the authors, when it was published, and if a full text is available. So all we need to do is click on the link, and it will redirect us to that specific article. There you go. And so as you might have noticed, you can either check the following content and show the full abstract, since this article is a research article. And if it's available, we can read the full text. Let's just click read full text and we'll be able to be redirected to it. Okay, so as you might have noticed, we are redirected to an Ovid article reader, of which you will notice the following tools. So you can download it as a PDF. So if you want to read it for offline purposes, you can save it on your mobile devices or on your laptop. We can also cite this material if we are to use it in our academic writing, and of course, share it to our classmates, to our colleagues, if we want to let them know about this article that we have read online via the Ovid Clinical. There you go. Okay, so if you want to read online, it's up to you. If you want to download it for offline purposes, just click PDF and it will be ready to download it. There you go. Okay. Other than the available articles inside Ovid, as mentioned, we have the following books and other materials as well. So if we want to check what materials there is for the books available, we get to also check it through the website. So just like this one, we have this book published from 2019. The same thing, we will be redirected to a page where we can check the description, which subject matter it might fall under. And if we want to read the full text, we'll be again redirected to the Ovid reader. There you go. Okay. So another thing that you can check here inside our Ovid Clinical Edge subscription is if we search browse. There you go. We have other library resources available. So if we want to check what other materials there is inside Ovid, we get to view it as well. Okay, there you go. So aside from the journals, books, we also have multimedia that would allow you to check available videos that you can watch while you are online. Okay, so just make sure, of course, that you are after a specific category, which is also made available on the left side part of your screens, so you can easily specify what you are after. Okay, there you go. So just like this one, let's look for a specific video. Something like this. It's also available for watching, even if you're using your mobile devices. Just make sure, of course, that you are able to maximize it on your phone's browser. So just like this one.
Then the patient on the top table is inserted into the MRI gantry. Radio frequency shield canopy is pulled over the table.
There you go. So as you might have noticed, we have the following information as well of the video underneath. We get to also check similar videos that might be helpful for us after watching this clip. Okay, there. So that's how easy it is to browse inside Ovid Clinical Edge. There. And so before we proceed, may I ask if you have any questions so far? If you don't have one, you can react a thumbs up on our Zoom meeting so that I'll know. And so any questions? If there's no question, you can react a thumbs up so that I'll know if you don't have any questions.
Hello, Miss Daniel. I received a direct message from a student. How can I use Ovid Nursing Edge through my personal device? Thank you po.
As mentioned earlier, as long as you are connected to the IP address registered under your Ovid Clinical Edge subscription, you just need to go to the website that we have sent on the chat box earlier. So once you are able to visit the platform, you are free to browse Ovid Clinical Edge through your mobile browser. There.
All right. Thank you, Miss Daniel. Please continue.
There you go. So to proceed further with our discussion, as mentioned, Ovid Clinical Edge is very easy to browse there. And if you want to save some of your, what do I call this? Some of the articles inside the platform are low in storage. It does not require you to have a lot of storage either on your mobile phones or your laptop or browser. So as long as you have your PDF reader ready on either devices, you are good to go to read any downloaded files inside the platform. There. Also, if you are to create your personal account through Ovid Clinical Edge, it would be made available once you are logged in or once you are rather visiting the platform via the IP authentication. And so since our current demo account is set up differently, we might not be able to see the option at the moment on the upper right side. But rest assured that if you want to create a personal account for you to bookmark some of the resources that you want to save for future purposes, for example, you don't or you can't download it at the moment, you can save it as a bookmark. There you go. And so with that being said, let me just stop sharing my screen for a while. There you go. And ask once again if you have any questions regarding an Ovid Clinical Edge before we proceed to our 5-minute consult. If there's no question whatsoever at the moment, again, I would like everyone to react a thumbs up so that I'll know if you don't have any questions or concerns. There you go. So if there are no more questions at the moment, and let me reshare my screen for our 5-minute consult. And so once again, and resharing my screen now for the 5-minute consult, also of course, asked by Walter Skluer. And a quick disclaimer immediately. So at the moment, a 5-minute consult is in the process of migrating to another interface. And so with that being said, if in case you are trying to visit the platform at the moment, it might not be at its optimal function. We'll get back to you once it's okay and you can now browse the platform. But to give you a quick rundown on what 5-minute consult is, of course, as mentioned, brought to us by Waterschool. Once again, we have 5-minute consult as your leading clinical solution, providing fast and well-informed patient decisions at the point of care. So this is somehow our physicians, medical students, and of course nurses cheat sheet in terms of diagnosing illness or quick information regarding a specific medicine and so on. As mentioned here, provides clinicians and students quick information on the following. It also gives us ideas which titles from around the world you can find this content. It also offers user-friendly semantic search. So if in case you want to type in just a word because you're not sure what that specific key term is, you can just type it in inside 5-minute consult and you'll be able to browse from the following feedbacks and of course results given by the platform. And as mentioned, content is easily integrated inside your devices, or in case our doctors, those who are already practicing po, have their own electronic medical or health record system, it's made possible inside 5-minute consult there. And so with that being said, I'll be playing this short clip for a quick overview with what 5-minute consult is. There. So once again, I would like everyone to react a thumbs if you can hear the sound on the video once I hit play.
5 minutes is all you need. Get instant access to the quickest, most affordable, evidence-based workflow tool at the point of care. Based on the best-selling clinical content in primary care for more than 20 years, 5minuteconsult.com makes it easier and faster to get up-to-the-minute guidance. Search over 2,000 common diseases and conditions. Hundreds of procedural videos, drug monograph, algorithms, patient handouts, and more. With 5minuteconsult.com, you will be able to explore topics including diseases and conditions that cover basic information to diagnosis, to treatment, and care. Enhance your skills to provide better patient care with over 200 procedure and physical therapy videos. With over 200 diagnostic and treating algorithms, make evaluating abnormal findings and prioritizing treatment easier. Use the lab test information to make ordering the right test at the right time a less complex process. Increase treatment plan adherence and help your patients understand their disease or condition with patient education handouts. Earn CME or CE credits while you treat your patients with no additional cost. By just answering the short questionnaire, you can receive 0.5 credits for each topic. Get quick answers you can trust, where and when you need them most. Online at www.5minuteconsult.com. Set up a free trial, start searching, and see for yourself how our new platform and enhanced content can help you improve patient care and save time.
There you go. So that would be for our quick navigation overview for our 5-minute consult. So we are given a few questions over or via direct messages. There you go. So for both Ovid Clinical Edge and 5-minute consult, since as mentioned earlier, we have the IP authentication, we just need to make sure that we are not really logged in, but rather connected to the registered IP address. So once we are visiting the platform, both Ovid Clinical Edge and 5-minute consult will get to browse the subscription immediately. So that would include both instructors and students. We have one access, which is through the IP authentication. Since both platforms are databases for journals, books, multimedia resources such as videos and so on, we don't need or it's not required for everyone to create an account. So if you are to create an account, for example, as mentioned earlier for Ovid, for you to save some of the resources for later reading, you get to do so after you are connected to the IP address. And same with the 5-minute consult, especially for the 5-minute consult, if you want to have a 90-day remote access, just make sure that you are connected to the IP address first and then create a personal account that would allow you to browse the website. May you be outside the IP address registered under 5-minute consult. There you go. So any other questions regarding 5-minute consult? If there is, don't hesitate to type it in on our chat box so that we can provide you with following answers regarding this question. There, so I'll stop sharing my screen for a while to entertain these questions. For those who are okay with the following discussion, can you react a thumbs up once again so that I'll know if we're good to go. Okay. Okay, so I think there is no more questions at the moment. There you go. And so with that being said, I'll be wrapping up our discussion for Ovid Clinical Edge and 5-minute consult and return the floor to Miss Sky for our next presentation. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
All right, thank you, Miss Daniel. So once again, please take note, dear instructors and students, our digital solutions for this afternoon after Lecturio doesn't require you to register. So technically, we need to visit first our schools, school or library first, and make sure they are connected with the following registered IP addresses. So allow me to quickly share it with you. So there, we have 103.62.153.1.6 dot 0.162 and so on and so forth. So initially, we cannot access yet using our personal devices. Okay? So make sure po muna na magpunta tayo dun sa school and ask with your librarians if their computers, or let's say your faculty computers in school, are connected with the following IP addresses. Only then you can go to the links we are providing here on the chat box for you to access all the resources inside. Okay, all right, so there you go. So let's now have our next digital solution. So may I call on Mr. Jasper Alacar to share with us the Acland Anatomy and the Access Medicine by McGraw-Hill Education.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you, Miss Kai, for introducing me for the Acland Anatomy and Access Medicine. So first, I'll be sharing my screen for the Acland Anatomy. Checking with you, dear students and our professors, if we able to see my share screen, kindly give me a thumbs up reaction. All right. Thank you so much for the acknowledgement. So let's start now first on our overview for Acland and anatomy. So in our Acland anatomy, so this is a anatomy education platform by Dr. Acland himself. So he developed new methods for fixing and staining anatomical structures, so they are vivid and clearly delineated. So he also developed new tools for mounting, rotating, and moving the structures for our students. So and also medical um, personnels. So in our Acland, we have here our main contents, which is the online platform for the delivery of more than 300 narrated videos. So more of the contents in here in our Acland Anatomy or Acland's video atlas of human anatomy from the word itself is narrated videos or videos. And it has a 332 brief videos arranged in 5 volumes by region. So the 5 region, which is the upper extremity, the lower extremity, the trunk, the head and neck, and the internal organs. So all the video showing the explanation on the different human anatomy using the cadaver part. And also inside our Acland, we have self-assessment examinations. So the students or the users can access it. And also we have the glossary of structures with Latin, Greek, or Arabic, the origin of the name. And also the A to Z index of structures. If you need to search for the specific subject or specific part. And also we have here the search option or the browse option or the search tool. And so going back again, apologies in with my internet connection. So on our videos here available using the cadaver model, and also it has a self-assessment examinations for our students and glossary of structures with Latin, Greek, or Arabic origin of the name also available, and also the A to Z index of structures for browsing or searching. So you can use our A to Z index. Also, we have our search option here or search tool that we can use. So at this point in time, let me stop sharing my screen to show you the overview or the interface of the platform. So as of now, I'm sharing my screen to show you the interface of the platform. So there you go. To access our Acland's videos or Acland's anatomy, so we need to have our institutional account. So you can get it on our librarian, or to our librarians to have our copy for the institutional account. And again, we need to connect on the school IP addresses for us to have an access with our platforms. So inside of our Acland's anatomy, we have here our videos that consists of the volumes that I have said earlier. And each volume, we have a different subject inside or lessons inside where we can access it to view the full subtopics for each subject. So there you go. And also in each video, we have a different options there to view the transcript for the video for us to understand more. And also, beside on our videos, we have here the exam. So as you can see, as of right now, I am not using our demo account, since my internet connection have not permitted me to load more or to do more with my end, or on my end rather. But in our exams and in our users, we can access it, to practice the different exams in here, to access the different pre-made questions, so we can practice it, open it anytime, for us to be proficient on the different part of the Acland anatomy. So, and also you will be seeing in here your progress, answering your exams. And also for the other tab, we have here our glossary, where all the terms used here in Acland's anatomy will be visible in here. So we can filter our search or jump to the alphabetical arrange letters to start with the word. And also, with the term or the word, we have a different language for it, and for the counterpart of English word to Latin. And also Greek and the Arabic. So there you go. So this is our glossary. Now for the next tab, which is the A to Z index, to search for the different parts of our anatomy or human anatomy. So we can do filter our search or jump again to A to Z, letters to search for the different words in here. So once we click one, so it will show us the video available for that click item or terms that we are looking for. Now, if we need to search, if we need to search immediately for those specific word, and if we are able naman to remember, or we already know what we are going to search, so we need, or we can use our search tool here in our upper right corner. And to know more about our Acland's anatomy, available here also there about the Acland anatomy, to view more details of the platform. So that would be all for our Acland human anatomy. Before I proceed to the other platform, do we have any questions in here? So also, while waiting for your response, we have here an option to view our user guide, to access, or on how to access and navigate. If you're more, if you have further more questions, so you can access the user guide. And also, it will be available on our microsite. So I think we don't have any questions. Kindly give me a heart reaction on our Zoom if we are all clear with our Acland anatomy. So, all right. So thank you so much for the acknowledgements. So allow me to stop sharing my screen again and proceed to the other. All right. Right now, I'm sharing my screen for the overview of Access Medicine. So now I am showing my screen for the other platform, which is the Access Medicine, for its overview. So I have here a short clip for what is Access Medicine. So allow me to play this short clip. Can you give me another set of heart reaction if we are able to watch it clearly once I hit the play button. All right, there you go, our McGraw-Hill Access Medicine, where we have a comprehensive medical online medical resources. Now we have here our books, our videos, our different type of resources that we need or we have, and also we can access using our Access Medicine. So it has also the authoritative, trusted, and continuously updated with optimized content for any mobile devices. So once we have an access on Access Medicine, every update here in this platform will be accessible using our institution account. So again, accessing our Access Medicine is the same thing with other platforms as this, have discussed earlier. We need to connect on our IP address, have our institutional account, not to our librarians, to use the Access Medicine. So the providers, it provides, no, Access Medicine provides the medical students with a variety of the resources needed to excel in basic science studies and clerkship. It also helps not only the students, also the residents, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants. So with instant access to the videos, self-assessment, textbooks, and also the case files that we have here for the improving of the decision making at the point of care of our medical personnel, and allow us, no, it will allow us to practicing, no, physicians to brush up on their medical knowledge to ensure the best patient outcome. So Access Medicine by numbers, so this is are the numbers of our resources inside. Now we have 100 plus premier medicine books, Also, we have 70,000 plus of printed pages. Also, we have infographics in here or images in here of the 30,000 in number. Audio video clips of 700 plus and so on. So at this point in time, allow me to share with you the interface of Access Medicine. So allow me to share my unshare my screen rather and show you what does it look like inside the Access Medicine. All right, so this is our Access Medicine by McGraw-Hill. So once we already log in our institution account, so we can now access the different parts of our Access Medicine. So we have the different tabs in here, our books, quick reference, infographics, drugs, multimedia, cases, study tools, patient ed, hospital corner, and for instructors tab. So we have also instructor resources available in here, but later on I'll discuss on how to have an access for our instructors resources. So inside our book, we have our book rather, we book tab, we have here our library and the update. So the update of the edition of the book will be also visible in here. Also the same thing with our homepage of Access Medicine, visible our different updates. And our new application, new reports, new update books of their edition, and so on. Let's go first on our book library, where we can view the different types of books in here. So we have a different types of books under our library, from anesthesiology, basic science, genetics, and so on. So accessing the book, so just simply click the book and then it will show us the different parts of the book. So underneath of the book cover, so we have here our copyright notice, editors of previous editions, editors, cover illustrations up until to preface. So also underneath or in the middle part, so we have here our different parts of the book. So to access the different parts of the book, so simply we need to click the plus sign or plus button and access the hyperlink for the chapter 1. So as you can see, accessing the book, we have a different features or tools that we can use. So we can download this chapter as a PDF file. And also we can share the link of this page or this chapter via email to our colleagues, no, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Reddit. But make sure no, the other user has an access no, to open your share link here in McGraw-Hill Access Medicine. And now for the citation, search book, and annotate, so we need to have our personal account. But creating your personal account is optional. So you may create your own account, or if you want to stick reading the contents inside, you may do so. But if you want to use different tools in here for the citation, search book, and annotation, you need to create your personal account. So later on, I'll discuss naman on how to create your personal account. Now, also we have here our search book or search tool where we can search the different items inside. Now we have a questions in here that do you have Williams obstetrics, if I pronounce it correctly. And as I have searched it, yes, we have here. The latest is 26th edition. So there you go. So once you already have your institutional account, you can access it and access the book. Also, we have a filterization of our results or search here on our left side. Now, you can filter it by format, the book chapter or image, tables, case, or textbooks. Or also you may select what textbooks or you want to have a result and the different topics. Now let's move to the other tab, which is the quick reference. Inside our quick reference, we have the different resources or references in here available. For example, diagnosis and treatment. Yeah, so there you go. So we have a medical diagnosis treatment. This is the updated version, which is the 2024 version of the quick medical diagnosis. So there you go. We have here the different content inside. If you're looking for specific content for the medical diagnosis and treatment, you may use this quick medical diagnosis. So by clicking the one of the diagnosis, so this is the sample format, or this is the format, no, of the diagnosis inside or the content inside. Now we also have here our 2-minute medicine, the DDX for our and diagnosis DX, which the Access Medicine called Diagnosaurus. So you can search here the different diagnosis by symptoms, disease, organ system, and so on. Now let's move to another tab, which is the infographics, where we have available different types of infographics in here. Depends on the topic. So we have here for cardiology, dermatology, and so on. So let's try to open the cardiology to show you the sample infographics inside. So this is the sample infographics for the cardiology. So users, especially our instructors, can use these infographics, and just need to have your personal account. So later on, I will show you to how to have or to create our personal account. So once we have an access, we can print it, share it, and also use the different features for citation and annotation. So let's move on to another tab, which is the drugs. Our drug monograph will be also available inside our Access Medicine. We have here for our drug monographs for generic drugs, trade names, drug classes, and patient hands-out. And so again, we need to have our personal account to have an access with our drug monographs. So next, we have also our multimedia for the different videos available inside. And we have here our different multimedia. So we have here first, for example, the 3D video, and for aortic regurgitation or aortic stenosis, uh, simply click the play video. Uh, Apologies if I haven't shown you this part since we need the personal account. But there, this is accessible now if we have the personal account. The next tab, which is the cases, where we have here the different types of cases or case files where we can preview and review, where we can connect it to our different day-to-day files or cases that we handle. So let's now move on to our creation of account now for our personal account. So again, this is optional once you already access to your institutional account. So once you have access into your institutional account, let's try. So allow me first to unshare my screen to show you and the part of creation of personal account. So once again, for creation of your personal account, you have need to click create a free access profile. So again, this is free. Each students or users can create their personal account by clicking this create personal account. And as of right now, I'm having trouble of accessing it. So with that, and I'm having trouble with my internet connection. So let's move on now to another tab, which is the study tools, where users can view the clerkship topics, flashcards, and review questions. So they can access it in here and do use a different study tools for them to help remember or master the different parts of our medicine field. And also, next with our tab, which is the patient end, where we can view the different types of patient educational handouts rather for adult advisor, medicine advisor, and pediatric advisors. So also it is available as a PDF file, so our users can download it to save it on their devices. And for instructors, the same thing with our students. They need to create their personal account and create it as a instructor. Now, simple, the process of creation of account is very simple naman. So we have here the process. Will tell you step by step on how you will create your account. So make sure that you will use your active email address, since Macro Hill Macro Hill Connect or Access Medicine rather will send you an confirmation email for the creation of your account. But for our instructors, I'll go back in here. We have here our available resources, which is the different PowerPoints available. So this is the PowerPoints available that we have for our instructors to have it and download it on their device and use it to their lessons for our students. And for the other application, since we have what we call the third-party application for our annotations, which is the hypothesis. So again, create same thing with the creation of the personal account. It is free, simple steps of creation of the account. So it is easy to create your optional. Again, it is optional, your personal account. Once we click the citation, it will pop up on our right side. As you can see, we have here a different citation created. So to sign up, you just simply click sign up button to create your hypothesis account for the annotation. So again, simply creation of account, just type in your username, active email address again by since you will be receiving an active confirmation email confirmation from the hypothesis naman. And then password, then agree to the privacy policy in terms of service and community guidelines, and then sign up. So there you can have then access to annotations. So that would be all for the navigation of our Access Medicine. I'm checking with our students and our professors if we have any questions po for our Access Medicine. If none, kindly let me know by sending a heart reaction on our Zoom. All right, thank you so much for the acknowledgement. So allow me to stop sharing my screen and pass the floor to our next presenter for the other platforms that we have. Ms. Kai.
All right, thank you, Sir Jasper. So, dear instructors and students, we are down to the last and final and medical database that we have this afternoon, which is the Bates Visual Guide to Physical Examination. So, may I request for a virtual thumbs up if nandyan pa po tayo? Ayan. So, just to check lang po if you're still around. All right. So, thank you so much. So, for the Bates Visual Guide to Physical Examination, as you'll notice, we have kept on telling you that you should visit the school and access the school's IP addresses. It's because that's the setup preferred po ng ating institution for the College of Medicine. So please do not be confused with all those databases versus our Lecturio. Right? So for the basic of Bates, this is actually a video assessment tool used for teaching and learning to show how to interact and examine patients that is clinically oriented using the head to toe approach. So you could expect to access all or several videos with Bates Visual Guide to Physical Examination. So for the students, it helps you to prepare in the near future once you have interactions with your respective patients. Okay, so inside we only have three main tabs inside our Bates Visual Guide to Physical Examination. So we have here the videos for the physical examination. Next is the communication and interpersonal skills. And last but not the least is the OSCE clinical skills. So this serves as your complete learning solution for assessment, instruction, and student preparedness for the boards and as well as the patient encounter. So without further ado, allow me to share my screen for a live demonstration of the Bates Visual Guide to Physical Examination. Okay, so sharing my screen for our Bates Visual Guide to Physical Examination. So basically, our author for this platform is actually inspired by the book about Bates Guide to Physical Examination and History Taking by Dr. Lynn Bickley. So this contains all clinical content and evidence-based resources for instructors and students. If you get to have a chance to access it as soon as you can po, our instructors and students do not have any difference at all. So kung ano po yung nakikita ni professor, yun din po yung makikita ni student inside our Bates. And of course, this offers a head-to-toe and system-based physical examination techniques for advanced assessment, or let's say introduction to clinical medical course. So starting with the search bar, let's say I'm interested to look for videos related to throat, let's say. And as I click search, all the content that has the word throat will be shown to me. So here we have the sore throat. We have the visual guides related to throat for adults, for infants, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, if we choose to access via the physical examination tab, here you'll get to see about 18 videos organized into different techniques or systems. So we have head to toe assessments for adults, infant, child, older adults, and so on and so forth. So here, get to see there. And let's say for the volume 1 of our physical examination for the head to toe assessment for adults, you'll get to access up to 19 videos. So there. So if you choose to click the next volume, so that's additional videos for you. Right? So you just have to plug and play all the videos that you prefer to watch. Again, to prepare, let's say for a student, to prepare you for a major exam, for a clinical exam, let's say, or in preparation for your interaction with actual patients. And of course, as a future medical or healthcare provider, this is also important to improve our communication and interpersonal skills. That's why we also have that inside our Bates. So inside this tab, you'll get to see different videos on, let's say, techniques for active and attentive listening. We also have the guided questioning to ensure that we are asking the right questions one at a time, or let's say offering multiple choices for answers and so on. So you get to see them inside this tab. And as mentioned, we will be seeing a lot of videos inside. So just a little bit of disclaimer, these videos are not downloadable. You can only access them inside Bates. And of course, as a USTP instructor or student, these access are exclusive for you. All right. And last but not the least is our OSCE clinical skills. So this is in preparation for actual patients for the students. So here we have several or up to 15 topics under clinical skills, starting with the chest pain, down to the memory loss. So that's how easy it is to access and navigate our Bates visual guide to physical examination. So we will not be seeing any ebooks, e-journals, or e-references here because our Bates visual guide to physical examination is for your plug and play videos. And of course, the about button is technically everything about or an overview about Bates visual guide. So there. And if you would be interested to learn more about it, we have the Bates user guide and as well as the Bates visual guide video URL. So if you try to click this one, so this is accessible even if you're outside the school. But by the time po na i-access natin yung mga links provided here on the Excel file, of course, you have to ensure you are within the IP addresses of our school. So allow me to quickly share with you the Excel file of the Bates Visual Guide to Physical Examination that includes its persistent links. So there. So checking po if you could see my Excel file on your end. All right, so thank you so much for those acknowledgments. So here, these are durable links. So once you have clicked them and you are within the range of the institution's IP address, rest assured that you will get to access all these videos for you, right? And of course, to conclude my presentation for Bates, allow me to share my screen to show you and share with you a sample video that you can find inside. So allow me to share the sound and kindly manage the volume on your end. So this accompanies a sound. So kindly raise up your Zoom hands or Zoom thumbs up if you are able to hear it on your end. Okay, so let me start now.
With the patient's health history in mind and after good hand hygiene, you are ready for the physical examination. For a healthy patient, a complete head-to-toe assessment should take beginning students about 20 to 30 minutes. With the patient sitting, begin your assessment with a general survey, inspecting the patient closely, literally from head to toe, in order to form impressions for your later written assessment. Note characteristics such as apparent state of health, ease of breathing, height, build, and sexual development. Obtain the patient's weight. Note posture, motor activity, and gait, as well as dress, grooming, personal hygiene, and any odors of the body or breath.
Okay, very good. So
Observe the patient's facial expressions and listen to the patient's manner of speaking as you note his or her state of awareness.
I've had 2 other episodes. One of them was about 10 days ago when I was lifting some books. The other was about 5 days ago when I was talking with my sister about our father's death. He died 3 months ago in a car crash.
Did you have any other symptoms when you had these chest pains?
Well, yes, I had the same sweating and shortness of breath, but with some lightheadedness during the most recent one.
What was the level of pain?
The same, about 5 out of 10 for about 5 minutes. Then the pain just went away while I was sitting there. I keep feeling so lost and panicked since my father died.
How are you feeling today?
Today I'm feeling fine, but I haven't been sleeping well. It's strange. I never felt anxious or depressed before.
All right, so there you go for the sample videos inside our Bates
With the patient's
visual
health
guide.
history in
for physical examination. So we hope that with this solution, you get to appreciate more the careful attention to clinical accuracy as well as the range of patient types depending on their profile in the series. Okay, so at this point in time, allow me to return to my PowerPoint presentation so we can wrap the session up. All right, so in a nutshell, dear instructors and students, please make sure once again to visit the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines and make sure to connect first with the school's device or the school's registered IP addresses. So as you can see, these are 5 IP addresses and just now po, we actually received an information that our MIS department will be changing one of the IP addresses for you to access. But rest assured that we will keep you posted for any updates. But once you get to have an opportunity to visit your your school physically, feel free to go to the nursing medical databases links we have provided to you this afternoon and explore the contents inside. For any technical difficulties, don't worry po because we would be very happy to assist you on that. And of course, our registration for the remote access is optional, as mentioned during our discussion with Ovid as well as the Access Medicine. So make sure lang po that our remote access will only work for 90 days. So after 90 days, you have to return to the school for your access to be automatically connected once again for remote access. And of course, allow me to share with you on your screens the respective links for each medical databases that we have presented to you. All right. And so, of course, for our customer success programs, we are available on Facebook via CAP Seals. Once again, it's the Seals Assistance for professors and students. So me and my team would be glad to assist you for any technical concern. So if you encountered a blank access with the websites, feel free to send this out on our Facebook so we could better understand each other. So there. And of course, for the USTP, we have prepared you the microsite for users. So this includes all the databases and educational solutions that we have presented to you, namely Ovid Clinical Edge, Lecturio Medicine, Acland's Video Atlas of Human Anatomy, 5-minute consult, Bates Visual Guide to Physical Examination, and of course, the Access Medicine. So here on the chat box, kindly access or keep those links with you. So in the USTP microsite, uh, we are still in the process of updating and consolidating all the references, the video guides, and even tutorial guides. So please bear with us, but rest assured that we will keep you posted for any updates inside our USTP microsite. So for any activities that we might prepare for you in the future, you'll get to access them here in this site. And of course, last but not the least is our end users training evaluation form. So may I request po dear students and instructors to fill out our evaluation form available now in our Zoom chat box. So kindly click the link and of course in filling up the form, our sales educational solutions is others, the USTP medical research databases, and the user type of account is a student if you are one. And if you are an instructor naman po, just choose teacher account. And as for the presenters, you may choose any of us, whether it's Daniel Gallo, Jasper Alacar, or yours truly, Shakaina Amoyo. Okay, and so I'll give you 5 minutes po to fill out our end user training evaluation form. And so while filling up the form, allow me to share with you our sales partners journey portal. So this is where you could also see our future events here at Seals or any other related database and educational solutions that you think might be helpful for your institution in the near future. So once again, kindly manage the volume on your end as I hit play.
True to our commitment to provide premier services and solutions to our education partners, the SEALS Product Marketing and Customer Success team is pleased to introduce the SEALS Partners Journey Portal. Gear up for fun ahead of you and be the first to know about new events, products, and promos through the SEALS Events channel designed to provide delightful and relevant learning opportunities for educators and learners. The term Kaizen is borrowed from a Japanese business philosophy attributed to continuous improvement. The SEALS Kaizen program then focuses on exclusive activities that promote continuous development of our partner educators and learners. Maximize and fully utilize your digital subscription with on-demand and ready-to-use training videos and training materials that are easily accessible through the SEALS learning resources. Champion your institution's digital solutions with the SEALS Academy certification program as you complete and unlock learning modules. Never miss out on trending SEALS products and events by accessing the highlights page of the portal. Discover the right solutions to learning success by requesting a free trial access or a walkthrough experience by accomplishing a short form. Conveniently reach us for any digital solutions related inquiries and assistance you may need. The SEALS Partners Journey Portal is here to provide your institution a positive learning experience as we're all gearing up to be ahead and ready with SEALS powered learning. Journey with us by visiting the site https://bit.ly/seals-partners-journey or by scanning the QR code.
All right, so there you go. Once again, dear instructors and students, thank you for your patience and attention for today's session with us. So once again, may I check with you? Do you have any other questions or clarifications that you may have for our session this afternoon? All right, so if there's none, on behalf of CND Adaptive Learning Solutions, thank you for attending session. So before we end our session, may we request for a quick photo opportunity. So dear instructors and students, may I request to kindly open your cameras again for photo opportunity. Again, requesting our students and instructors to open their cameras and smile for a quick photo opportunity. Okay, so we have 2 frames inside Zoom, so please keep smiling. So ready for the first frame? 1, 2, 3, smile. Right? And for our second frame, again, 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, so thank you so much to all the instructors, administrators, and students of University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. Thank you once again and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Ma'am Kai.
Thank you, Miss Maisel. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, nice. Thank you, Chara.